everybody. This is Kimberly Riley with BigSense. It's so great to be back. I am celebrating 2022 BigSense. A new year, so let's get it. I have so many things that I want to talk about today with you guys. And I want you to know that I am excited to be able to come before you again and share a little bit of my life with you guys. But before I get started, I do first have to do a little bit of house cleaning. So let me give you guys some of my handles in case you want to contact me. You may want to do business with me. Whatever it is that you need to do in order to help you along the way on your journey, let me give you a little bit of information. First of all, you can find me on YouTube. That's my channel, BigSense, which is one word, influencer. Be sure and like and subscribe. As you all know, that is the only way that my channel is able to grow. If you need to contact me by email, be sure and put in info@kimbigsense.com, C-O-M. If you would like to do any type of donations or business with me, and once you find out how much the price is, if you would like to do a commercial for your business, my website, you can find it on kimbigsense.com. The information that goes in front of that is http://kimbigsense.com. You can also find me on Twitter, and that's at Kimberly Rally 47 IG baby _girl K. You can also find me on Facebook, which is my business page at bigsense.live. And I don't want to forget, you guys can also contact me or look at some of my TikTok at Kimberly Rally 83. So I have taken care of all of the business. So now let's go ahead and get started. You know, I've had a whole lot of things that have happened to me for the new year, which is 2022 BigSense. Now, I remember telling you on my commercial that I was going in with a boom. And guess what? That's exactly what have happened. I have went into 2022 with a boom. This is almost like my trials and tribulations that I'm going through. But one thing about it, I'm not going through anything alone. I have help because I'm connected to the source that always lets me know what's going on, and he always directs my path. Let me go ahead and give you the subject that I'm going to use this time. What's done in the dark comes to the light. Yep, that's my topic, everybody. What's done in the dark comes to the light. Speaking of what's done in the dark, a lot of times people may have a motive, and that motive could be to tear down someone else's dreams. A motive could be, well, I just don't like that person just because. A motive could be, well, this person may be stuck up, or I don't like the way that she looks, or I don't like the way that he handles business. He sets himself apart and he acts like he's a superstar. What have you. These are all things that's in the dark, meaning people are not talking to the source about it, but they're talking to other people about it, which is automatically causing people to have an attitude towards you, and they don't even know you. Now, that's just one example that I am using, that I'm starting to run into when it comes to people. I can only imagine what my Heavenly Father went through on his journey. All he wanted to do was help people to be better than what they was yesterday. And he had people on his track that was close to him, people who said that they loved him, people who said they would never leave him, turn on him. So as you know, if people will do that to their Heavenly Father, then you can only imagine what they will do to you. You can only imagine, because he did let us know that we was created in his image, and we also have a mission to do here in life, and we would be treated the same identical way. Now, I call that a relationship, because when you have a relationship with someone, then you understand what they're going through. And you will find yourself having compassion for people when you're in a relationship or a covenant with people, which I find to be very sad, because if we're not out here trying to meet people and hear their story. There is no way you would have a connection with anybody. And we was all put here to connect with each other, because what people don't realize or understand, we was put here to be a door for someone to be able to walk through in order to prosper, because we all have something to teach each other, whether good or bad. We're all teachers. So one thing that comes to mind when I think about what's done in the dark comes to the light. I don't know if you all remember this movie. Latifah played in this movie, and I'm thinking right now the name of that movie was called Beauty Shop, if I'm not mistaken. I think that was the name of the movie. It was called Beauty Shop, and Latifah was in it. And she made up her mind that she wanted to go into business for herself. And she thought that she had all of her ducks in a row, and she knew that she needed to borrow a little bit of money because she needed to get a building. And the company that she went to, she had been putting her money, I'm sure, in that bank. And she just knew that they were going to be on her side and help her to fund her business. But she found out that that was a negative. Now, I find that to be sad. You're doing business with people, but people can't even reach out to help you. And I feel like the banks need to do better. If you can trust them with your money, you should be able to get something in return from them, especially if you have everything done correctly, in order. But a lot of times it don't always fall that way. So in that movie, she ended up being friends or making friends with someone that was able to help her. And you know what? She didn't even help that person for that person to do something to her. She heard the need that that person needed when she was in the bank, and she decided to give that person a helping hand. And in return, that lady made a judgment call and decided to help fund her business. So those two ladies made connections with each other. They had a business relationship because both of them was open to helping one another. Now, here's the next thing. Now, even though Latifah walked away from her job, because actually she was forced to leave that job, because it was something much bigger in life for her that she had to do on her own. Even though she was good at what she did, the company that she walked away from, who was the owner, if you can recall that movie, Beauty Shop, he decided to go after her and make her life a living hell. Why, you may ask? Because she made a decision that she wanted to have her own business. You get it? So when you make up your mind that you want to have your own business, you want to be in leadership position, you want to be in charge, you want to use your ideas, you can expect things to happen out of the ordinary, because there are strong forces that have been sent out against you, or should I say us, that's trying to make us stop and to create an energy that you will fail. But one thing people don't realize is when you fail is when you don't try. That's the only way that you can fail. It's when you don't try. I'm sure everybody out there that can hear the sound of my voice probably have thought on many occasions, I can do something and I can do it better when it comes to my company, or to help people, or to be a source for people. I call that a talent or a gift. And we all have it. We all have it. You just have to make up your own mind that you're willing to share it with the world. Now, will this be an easy goal? No, it won't. It will not be easy. But nothing worth having is easy when it comes to life. And believe me, if you know how to think outside of the box, if you know how to be a source when it comes to income, especially when you're trying to pay bills in your household, you already know what you're doing, because having your own home, apartment, you have to know how to run everything in order for things to function. And let's throw some kids in there. So you already have a business. You just need to attach business things to it. We're already running a business. So what are you waiting on? Now, I don't really want to get off track. I want to stay here because I want you to learn and understand something from this. Even though things was thrown at Latifah in this movie to make her take a couple of steps back, she had a wonderful group of people that continued to push her on her way. Even though things did not look good, there was always a ram in the bush to show her that she got this. She got it. And she can just keep pushing because nobody is going to let her stop. So the way that I see that, everybody that was around her started to catch her vision. And when they caught her vision, it also helped them to be motivated about seeing what she was going to do with her life. And see, her life wasn't just for her. Her life was for so many other people that stood behind her. They benefited from her success. She opened up jobs for people. She made people feel beautiful. She helped people to be able to stand in their own power and speak out. There was a lot of things that happened, not only for her, but for other people. Even though bad things was coming against her to make people doubt her. But see, that's the time when you have to allow people to figure this thing out on their own. Just because bad things happen to you don't mean that it was something that you had your hands in and caused. You have to keep in mind, there are forces that's out here that do not want to see you make it. There are forces that is out here that want to keep you in your position feeling sorry for yourself. They do not want to see you move forward because you will only motivate other people to do the same. And that is a force to be reckoned with. And that's what a lot of people don't understand, because we know that we can't lose at that point, because we're all working for the common good, not only for yourself, but for your community and for the world, because we all have a right. And I've said this before in one of my podcasts. We all have the right to have a great life. And your imagination can change all of that, because we have the power of manifesting what we would like for our life to be. So when you see people that's trying to live out their dreams, no matter what it is that they chose, and you see them working on their goals, always say a small prayer for that person to get to where they're trying to go, because you don't know how that is going to benefit everybody that's around us, because we all have the same thing. We can all get what it is that we need. Even though everybody is on different levels, you still have a right to work out your goals and accomplish them. And that is the whole purpose of us being here, and I like to call it Earth School. We're here on Earth School to learn a lesson and to be able to move up to different levels. That's why we're here. So if you kind of think about it, no matter the troubles that may come our way, we always find a way to overcome it and continue to push forward. Now, the troubles begin to get harder. That's because we have advanced, if you just really think about it. You have advanced. So now it's time to put your hands to the plow. It's time to really think outside of the box of how you can overcome some of the obstacles that's thrown your way now. So it's almost like looking at it like a video game. You get points. What are the points that you get? Becoming successful. Those are one of the points. Reaching your goals. Having a piece of the pie in life. Giving other people a job. Creating a job for yourself. Those are the luxuries of life that you're able to get when you stand firm about what it is that you want out of life. What are you trying to accomplish, and what are your goals? Now, let me tell you a little bit about the flip side of what's done in the dark comes to the light. Now, in that movie, if you remember, The person that was sending the bad things towards Latifah, simply because he was jealous and he wanted her to come back, because he already knew that she was good at what she did. But he felt like if he continued to keep his foot on her neck, that he could keep her bound. But because she thought enough of herself, she decided to leave and start her own business. Now, even though he sent a lot of things her way to make her stumble, it did not stop her from moving in the direction that she needed to move into. Now, what people don't realize is, even though you send bad things towards people, you may postpone what they're working on, but guess what? It's never denied. Let me say that for you one more time. You may postpone someone's goals, but it's never denied. No matter what, they're going to accomplish it. Because what a lot of people don't realize is, when you have a calling, you're on a mission. And when you're on a mission, you're touching and agreeing with the source. And if you're touching and agreeing with the source, there's no way you can lose. There's absolutely no way you can lose. Somebody needed to hear that. And the next thing that comes along with that, when you send bad things towards people, you're now at war with the source, because the source is the one that gives us the idea to be able to move forward with our mission. And he's definitely not going to allow anybody to hold up the process. So it's almost like you're either going to get on or you're going to get off. See, people don't realize when you do mean things towards people, you don't get away with it. A lot of times people are put on Front Street in order for everyone to know what they have done. Not only that, but a lot of people don't realize, and this is biblical what I'm pointing out, and you can find this in Psalms 110, chapter 1. And that's in Psalms. And he lets us know that the enemy will be your footstool. So some of you right now may be asking the question, how is the enemy your footstool? You can't pass go until you make things right with whoever you're coming for in a negative way. Let me say that to you again. Somebody needs to hear it. You never get away with sending negative things to people for your own good. You have to pay for that. And you cannot move to the next level until you make things right. So guess who the judge ends up being? The person that you have wronged on. So for some of you that's not moving in life, it is time to do a little bit of inventory. You need to sit down with your pen and paper and write down things that you have done. Things that you have done that you knew was not good towards your brother or your sister. And you have to make it right. Why? If you was bold enough to show action towards someone in a negative way, then you need to be bold enough to clean up what you've done. So what is it that I'm truly saying to you right now? People are taking accountability for their actions. When it comes to 2022, it is time to clean up your mess. It's time for us to clean it up. In order for us to move forward, we got to have a clean room. Think about it. Think about it from this angle. You may be asking God to bless you with something, but what it is that you have at this moment, you're not even taking care of it. Why would he bless you to move forward when you can't even take care of what you have? Do that make sense to you? We all have a responsibility out here. We all have a responsibility. And our responsibility is to do right by others. Now, don't get me wrong. I understand that people may do ugly things towards us. I get it. But make sure your hands are clean before you shake the dust and move on past someone. That's where their inventory comes from, where we have to evaluate our life and our actions towards others. It's never too late to change. The way I see it, when people do ugly things, they have not made their transition in life. And guess what? 2022, you're getting ready to do it. You're getting ready to do it. You're getting ready to deal with yourself, come into an understanding that whatever it is that you've been doing out here, your hands are dirty. Now you got to clean them, especially if you want to move. Now, if you're content where you are and you enjoy sitting back and watching other people move forward, then, by all means, you have a choice in the matter. But if you know that you are a creator and you want things and you want to move forward, then it's time to do some inventory. It's time to clean things up. And that is the whole purpose in me talking to you about what's done in the dark comes to the light. Now, for those of you that's still stuck and you're going to keep doing what it is that you're doing, let me tell you something. There's a lot of people that have had a short life out here for whatever reason, simply because of disobedience. Now, here's the thing. You have a right to be and to do whatever it is that you want to do. But there are consequences when it comes to our actions. We cannot continue to live a filthy life and think that we will be able to move forward. And that's not just for all of you, but that's for me too. What a lot of people don't realize is the information that I give you, it's not just for you, it's for me too. I be preaching to myself. I do. BigSense preach to herself too. You have no idea. There may be some things that I have been battling. And because I'm holding a conversation with you, he makes it plain. The source, my God, my Father, he makes it plain. I call him Yahushua. But, that just really all depends on whatever level it is that you want. Everybody have their own personal relationships. But it's up to you. And every day that you wake up, you have a chance you can change. It's never too late. As long as you're in the physical body, it's never too late to change. Now, there's something that goes along with that, but that's going to open the doors to a whole nother conversation. So I'm going to leave you guys with that. So let me go over one more time when it comes to the old business. If you want to contact me, if you want to do some business with me as far as a business commercial, you can check me out on info@kimbigsense.com. And I know you can see my card, but it was a typo error when it came to the email. So that's why I'm going over that with you. info@kimbigsense.com. And the website is http://kimbigsense.com. And then on Twitter, you can find me at Kimberly Rally 47IG baby_girl K. And you can also find me on TikTok at Kimberly Rally 83. Well, guys, that's all that I have for you. It have been a pleasure coming before you. I thank you so much for checking out my new podcast for 2022, BigSense. Let's get out here and get it, baby. We all are on the same playing field. Let's get out here and take back everything that the enemy have taken from us. It's our time, and you can have it. Stay steadfast. Keep your mind and your eyes on the prize, and let's get everything that belongs to us. As you all know, I gotta say it. As you all know, I can't wait to see you guys in your future. Mwah! Take care.